In truth, you are the secret to your prosperity, but to realize it, you have to understand a fact: life has strange ways. If you took all the money in the world, divided it equally among everybody, it would soon all be back in the same pockets as it was before it was shared. So how can you change the odds? Could you change the cards you have been dealt with? How can you transform it? What should you do? Is it possible? Most people struggle with personal growth and self-improvement as it is challenging lifetime pursuit. It is hard for people to give up their blame list because it is always easier to blame things or circumstances around them than oneself. And making a transition is often hard for anyone to do. You have to realize that it is not what happens that determines the major parts of your future, because what happens is going on for all of us. Rather, the key is what you do about it. So, to create your prosperity, you have to start the process of change by doing something different. Prosperity is something you attract, not something you pursue. Instead of going after it, you should work on yourself, and success and wealth would soon follow. You have to set goals for yourself, which are a thing no school, college or university teaches you. The perspectives and thinking you adapt shape your life, and when you change your perspective, you can create an immediate shift in your prosperity, life and job or business. To create success in whatever endeavor, you must always look for ways to sharpen your outlook. Change yourself to change your prosperity. Since you cannot change your circumstances to get your ideal of prosperity, you have to begin doing things differently with the same conditions. You need to transform yourself and what you do. Learn to take responsibility instead of putting it on someone else. I know it is a challenging mission, but if you change, everything will change for you. You do not have to alter your outer personality, but rather your inner nature. Do not wish for things to get easier, wish for you to become better. You have to want the desire for more skills, not fewer problems. To have more, you have simply to become more. Jim Rohn. If you begin working on yourself and making all these changes, prosperity will change for you. To have better, you need to get better. It is a simple formula, and yet, many struggle with it. You should be able to figure out where the problems are to work on them. Increase your value to increase your prosperity. Prosperity includes many benefits, but one often comes out more than others, and it is finances. The key to understanding economics is that you get paid for bringing value to the marketplace, also described as the real world. It takes time to provide value to this market, but you have to realize that you do not get paid for time. Let's say you make $20 an hour. Well, it is somewhat not true, because if it was, you could just stay home and get your money. So you do not get paid for the hours, but for the value you put in the time you use. It is a great psychological prosperity trait which I have read, heard and learned from the business thinker, Jim Rohn. So is it possible for you to become 2 or 3 times as valuable as you now are, and make 2 or 3 times as much money within the same time? Of course, it is, and yet, this code of belief goes against the mold of what schools teach, or how most of us are raised, and what media depicts to the general public. So to build your prosperity, you have to increase your value. It is that simple. And if you do understand this great attitude and apply it to your life, you will improve, develop and ripen a considerable benefit over those who do not. Improve your skills to improve your success. People often do not do much to upgrade their skills or value, but rather blame the economy, their job or the state of their scarcity of income. If somebody is happy for making minimum wage, then they will always remain at the bottom, because it is the value they are bringing into the marketplace. It is a pitiful way to live. Start something and not grow, change or become more valuable. Why does someone get $1 million a year while others make only $50,000? Well, it is quite simple. That person has become more valuable to the marketplace than the other. Of course, I must make a distinction. The one who has a low revenue might be a good relative, friend, or member of the community, which is a different kind of prosperity. It is a fact that if you do not improve your skills to develop your value, your success and prosperity level will remain the same. That is why wealthy and prosperous people get paid so much, but I have great news for you: it has become an equal playing ground. Nowadays, information is accessible and free almost everywhere. So it is up to you to decide how valuable you want to become, what is your definition of prosperity, and how much you want to pay forward to others. Quite simply, isn't it? Turn your life around to better your prosperity. Do not wait for a raise, as it is easier to climb the ladder. To be able to prosper, you must continually discover ways to become more valuable. You have to create your prosperity by sharpening your skills, learning better methods through resources, and always trying to better yourself. When you want more money, you have to earn it by bringing more value to your job, business, or customers. You can create more prosperity and happiness if you do understand this small step. You can always turn your life around to better your wealth. Learn to work harder on yourself than you do on your job. If you work hard on your job, you can make a living, but if you work hard on yourself, you'll make a fortune. Jim Rohn: you need to work on yourself. Strive to become a better person. Be different instead of comparing yourself to others. How can you become more valuable and change your prosperity? By learning new things, improve on stuff you know, and be better at everything you do. Tips to offer more value and increase prosperity. Do something that provides more value for you to change your current income level. Here are some tips to increase your prosperity and bring you value so you can get better than others. Learn to work harder on yourself than on your job. Be an expert by choosing a specialized area. Study your trade and learn from others. Become efficient by learning how you get done what needs to get done. Have an awareness of knowing your strong points and what you are best at doing. Be productive in knowing what and how much you get done to increase prosperity. Get a vision by having something you see that others do not, like a bigger picture. Create a mastermind by surrounding yourself with people you can learn from to get more value. Get a good reputation through what others know and think about you. Become an influence by persuading others to get things done. Acquire a popularity status by understanding how well your colleagues or audience see you. Have a great personality by treating others as well as how you want them to treat you. Get the right attitude to grow your prosperity by taking care of yourself and others. If you work harder on yourself than on your job, then there will be no limits to your prosperity and success in whatever you do. It is time for you to take responsibility for your financial well-being. So, commit now to become more valuable and better your prosperity. Remember, you are in control regardless of the external circumstances surrounding you.